Welcome to BrickTrains, and I'm Joey, and today we got one of probably my favorite sets, especially out of the Western area. I like the Western stuff. We have a Western section in the city, in the Lego City, and it's when it first started, it was modeled after this set. I even used reproduction stickers from this set for some of the buildings. It's kind of grown now a little bit, but now that I've got this out again and kind of looking at it, I'm thinking I might try to go ahead and go back to reproducing the western section of the city, which we call Independence, to more look like this, except modern type buildings, not your bright basic colors. But anyway, that's not what we're here for today. Today we're here to look at set 365. All right, this is the what is this? Future editing me, put the name of it in here. The Western Town or something like that. How bad is that? Oh, Alexa just beeped at me. Okay. This set is, well, we've got all these, we got several buildings here. One, two, you know what? I bet, let's move this box, because I bet the audio before that was all bad. Let's look at the box. We got this great picture. All right, I'm gonna try and show it on here. Then we can get it all in. Maybe, this is gonna be tough because it's so big and my area here is kind of small. But when we open up the box, we get another great picture of the city, but we have all the internal boxes. All these great boxes that the buildings came in, all the parts and stuff came in. And this play mat that's here, which is probably, you're seeing it in this shot here. This play mat, you know, it's a cardboard fold over, and it was inside, it's inside here. So this kind of flap comes open right here, and then you could get your cardboard out, and then everything, again, all these boxes were separate in the styrofoam. This is kind of typical of some of the 1975, like the train sets and stuff. They were kind of like this. I don't know. It's pretty cool the way this box is laid out. Little windows in the boxes to tell you, or so you can see the parts and stuff. Oops, almost dropped it. Got a little bit of tape on my box. It's trying to come apart a little bit. Not bad. Actually, I don't know that was really ever. How did that work? It just slid down in there, didn't it? Yeah, somebody's probably put tape on there. It really didn't need tape. That probably just slid down in there. So that's the box. The buildings, what do we got here? We got the bank, the sheriff's office, these great stickers over assembly. Are we seeing these? These stickers over assembly. So these are horrible from a standpoint of trying to put it back in the box. There's a build montage at the end of the video of this set. So you'll see me, these stickers were all on, so they were pulled apart and assembled and then separately bagged, or mostly separately bagged, so that I could put it back together. You'll see that build montage here in a little bit. We got the saloon and general store. One of these, oops, killed a tree. What else do we got? We got the Wells Fargo and the hotel. And then we're left with the Pony Express. Nice, cool little building there. We got Doc Holliday's little wagon, traveling salesman. We got a stagecoach. Make sure we're getting those in there. And then we also have this little, I don't know, I'd say it's probably a hay wagon, all pulled with these fantastic red horses. You ever seen a red horse? Well, now you have. We do have one yellow horse with a cowboy, and we have one black horse. So, trying to move these around. Here's our black horse. Now, you'll notice my cowboy's missing a hat, and this cowboy is missing a hat, and they should have had red hats. I've ordered hats, cowboy hats, 3 times now, and I keep getting the wrong hat. I don't think there's any more in the U.S. I actually I actually bought one from Europe, and I've not seen it. I've looked through all my stuff, and I can't find it. I've looked through the hauls. I've watched my videos for haul. I don't remember ever seeing the hats show up. So now I think I'm on my 4th order for hats. I know there's a guy in Atlanta I think has a whole drawer full of those hats. Any rate, so yeah, I'm missing the hats for this guy here and this guy here, and he's also missing a tail, which if you look like on the yellow one, it's a little yellow. Let's turn him this way. It's a yellow tile, a 1x2 tile. He's missing a black one. That should be pretty rare. I just didn't realize it was missing it. Just hadn't got there yet. We also have several other cowboys here. We got a red and a blue one, and a white and a red one. That one's kind of, he's been in the dirt. Then we have the lady in black with the white hair, and that hairpiece. Yeah, don't ever lose that hairpiece. That's an expensive little piece of hair right there. And then we got the red, same hairpiece except in red. And I guess you just take the bottom off, and then that represents a girl, because that's what they've done in one of the pictures. Oh, it's on the box. Here, let's see. We'll pull this box out, and it shows the little girl right there with no legs. So I guess kids in the West just didn't have legs. What else is there? We did get 2 trees. We get this great instruction book. It doesn't have everything in it. So I'm not sure if I'm missing a piece of literature. If there was another instruction book. All the buildings are in here. The vehicles are in here. I believe all 3 vehicles are in here. Let me double check that real quick. Yep, there's the cart and the stagecoach and Doc Holliday's not in here. But I guess there's no instructions missing, but the minifigs, statue figures, the old minifigs, the pre-minifigs, whatever you want to call those, there's no instruction. They're not all shown in there as being put. You know how in the beginning of a modern Lego set, you will see the minifigs being put together at the very first. That's the first thing you do. It's the first thing you always do. And anybody says don't put the minifigs together first is wrong. Yeah, you do what you want. I put my minifigs together first. So, yeah, some of these minifigs are not listed. I think, if I remember right, it lists a extra, unlike Bricklink. I think it lists an extra white pair of legs, which I assume goes to the little girl, or that somebody assumed it went to the little girl. I also believe, I pulled his blue hat off. I believe both of these minifigs, are they missing their legs, or? Yeah, they don't have any legs. They're just on the horses. So piece counts for these sets specifically, it's really a crapshoot. Obviously, I didn't open this set, so I don't know what the piece count is. I'm sure people have made assumptions. Hopefully somebody made, correct assumptions on BrickLink and BrickSet on what the piece counts were. So again, this is one of my favorite ones. I've been doing all the Western. I got one more Western set, and that's the Texas Ranger set. What is it, 372? Yeah, 372. I got one more, and then that'll be all the Western bow-legged cowboy statue-esque minifigs that I think it's all of them. I think I have them all. Yeah, so one more set, and it's missing more pieces. I've gone through and a couple times and ordered parts for it, and every time I go to put it together, it's like I found something else that as I'm building it, I'm like, okay, so that means that this inventory wasn't right, or I was missing the pieces or whatever. And I even went through to try and rob the pieces. There's no red hats in there. And if there's supposed to be red hats in the 372, they're not in there. But that's another one I got the box for, I got the instructions for, I got the stickers over assembly for, and it'll be another one. And that'll wrap up our Cowboys. So I'm probably rambling at this point. I mean, it's a great little set. You know what it reminds me of? I think one of the things that this reminds me of more than anything, because it's also kind of how we set up the city, Independence. They're little bitty buildings, right? They're these little bitty narrow. This is typical Lego of the time. They're facades, in my opinion. They're just the fronts of the buildings. And that's kind of what we did in the Lego City. When we first did the western section of the Lego City, it was way back in 2014, 2000, whatever time it was. We took that Lego City to Brick World, the first Brick World that me and Heather attended. And the theme at the time was lights, cameras, action, movie. It was all about movies, and that's what we set it up as. They were shooting a Western movie on a film set, and that to me is what these buildings always kind of remind me of, that it's just really a film set. So now I know I'm rambling. All right, cue the montage, the build montage, and thanks for watching. So you've made it to the end of the line, so it must be comment contest time. That set 365, the Wild West, had how many sticker over assemblies? Careful, one of them was on there twice. First correct answer in the comments. I'll pin you to the top.